What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel. As you can see, today we are back playing Minecraft. The last time we played, it did not end the way I wanted it to. So today we're back giving it another shot. We're not playing hardcore this time around. We are going to be playing a survival let's play. As you can see in the lower left hand corner, it is modded. Let me pull up a couple of the mods that I do have in here. I don't have a whole lot of mods. Quite frankly, I downloaded a bunch of individual mods. I'm not the biggest fan of actual pre-made mod packs because I'm kind of particular with what I like. So I just have a few in here. I have, and also everything will be linked in the description. So I'm going to link the main mods that I used. But then there are other mods that you have to download in order to help run those particular mods. But everything can be found through the main link that I'm going to be putting in the description. So the couple mods that I have a backpack mod. I have a iris mod. That one is to help with the shader packs. I am running on Fabric, so I had to do that so I could use a shader pack. I have just enough items. I have a mod called Leaves Be Gone. That just helps decay, or it helps get rid of the leaves faster. Then I have a Moogs Voyager Structures mod, and we will see that very soon into the world. I have a seed that in mind that I want to play on. I don't know a whole lot about this seed. I just know it's a seed that I want to play on for, you know, a style house that I want to play on or build. So I don't know much about it, but I do know just enough. But those are pretty much, I believe, most of the mods that I have. Again, I will download them, or I will put them in the description, so you guys can download them and play them if you're interested. Again, I don't have a whole lot. It's just something that I want to add to the game to make it more interesting. I want to take this world kind of slow. The hardcore world, we went pretty fast. Today, we're going to start the world out. We're just going to kind of get our bearings and see what happens. So, hopefully this is a long series, but we'll see. And you can see the last world that I actually have saved right now is from the hardcore world. That's, yes, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's heartbreaking. Alright, what are we going to name this world? Alright, exploration. Something like that, because we are going to be doing a lot of exploring in this world. So there's going to be some buildings, some, you know, exploration. There's going to be a little bit of everything, hopefully. So I'm actually going to turn commands on just in case. You never know what could happen. World seed. This is the seed I'm going to be using. I can also put that in the description for you guys if interested. And then I'm going to jump over to game rules, and we're going to do a couple things in here. I don't want to do a whole lot. Some of the things that I do like to do is I like to look at some of these explosion ones. So some blocks won't drop their loot. I don't like that. That's annoying to me when creepers explode, and there I am with not enough blocks. So some blocks won't drop their loot. Mob explosions, we'll turn that off. And then there's that. Okay, what's the next one? We are going to come down here. Fire damage, freeze damage. I'm okay. I'm gonna turn that off because I absolutely hate those blocks that you sink into. It is just absolutely annoying to me. And unfortunately, we might run into a little bit of that. So, okay, I am looking for one in particular. And it is not down here. I'm going to turn the lava source one to yes, or to on. Where's the one that I'm thinking of? It should be in this area. I'm looking for fire spread. Oh, right, wait. Should it not be like right here? I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was my stomach. I actually haven't eaten anything all day today. I lied. I did have oatmeal this morning. But that didn't really fill me up, I guess. So, I guess I don't know where it's at in here. I swear I've probably passed it 62 times. You guys have probably seen it over and over again. But update weather, time of day, fire spread radius. I wonder if I turn that to 0, what would happen? I don't know. Okay, I'm sure there's a command in the game to do it. If not, our world is gonna be on fire because I quickly went into this world to find out where exactly I want to build a home. Not too far from spawn, but there is a lot of lava sources around, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. But, alright. So, are you ready to get into it? Let's do it. So, right off the bat, I believe we're going to be put in a situation where things could go bad. Okay, yep, right there, as you can see. This was one thing that I did notice when I ran this, just to make sure that everything ran smoothly. And that was one thing I did notice, was we spawned literally right behind a structure. I did peek in the structure to see what was in there, and let me just tell you right now, I would not survive as I am. So as you saw right there, that was also the leaf be gone mod. I keep wanting to say decay, but so that's what that does. It just destroys the leaves faster. I didn't want to download the one mod. What was it called? Was it the tree harvester? It's you would get an axe and you'd break the bottom block, and the whole tree would break. Leaves gone, everything would drop. I didn't necessarily want to do that because I felt like that was too much. In some worlds, I don't mind it, but in this one, again, I just want to take it slow. I just want to have a bit of fun with it. And we're gonna... What in the world? Was that a cow? That thing is huge. Okay, maybe... Okay. Alright. So... I don't know what this is doing there, but... We're gonna break it while we're here. So... Let's go ahead... and get a couple things. So... A couple things that I want to do with this world is, of course, take it very slow. But I also want to start out with, like, how do I say this? I don't want to, like, jump straight to, like, stone everything right off the rip. I don't want to start out with, you know, getting iron right off the bat and all of a sudden everything iron. I want to take the steps, go nice and slow. So I want to take my time getting all wood tools. I want to get, you know, move up to stone. After those are almost broke, go to iron, and so on. Another thing is armor wise. I want to do the same thing. I want to go like leather. I believe you can make copper iron or copper armor. Go up to iron, and so on. And then what's another thing that I wanted to do? So I'm kind of throwing this all at you at one time. I want to, like, with every first tool, weapon, armor, everything like first like that I want to keep so I can put it in like an item frame and make like a little museum later on. So that's kind of, I need to be very careful with my tools in terms of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start killing some of these cows right off the bat because I need leather so we can get all leather armor. Maybe we can get that checked off in this first episode, is to get a full set of leather armor. And it really shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know, you never know. So maybe it is gonna be hard because I can't find any more cows. But okay, black wool is what we needed actually, because now we can actually make a bed. Ooh, that reminds me. Game rule, fire spread rate. Maybe it's that one. 0. I hope that's right, or else we are going to be restarting because that could be very dangerous to this world. And if I'm not wrong, I'm clearly right. No, what I was going to say was, if I'm not mistaken, there is a lava pool around here somewhere. There's also a village or two in this area. Okay, so this is what I was worried about. What in the world? So there are a lot of lava pools like this just hanging around. I need to make sure I get eggs before you start killing everything. What are you angry at? Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming that's okay. That worked. That command worked. I know back in the day it used to be like the fire tick, set fire tick 0. That'd be kind of nice getting some of that coal, but I don't want to necessarily go down there right now because I have no food. Alright, that's kind of risky. I just kind of want to get to where I'm going to be building my base. But first we're going to, which is actually right on the other side of this hillside. But first I want to come over here. I'll eat a couple of you real quick. What I want to do is I want to grab some of you, because I do like using some of you in builds. Go over here, grab some sugar cane, get some of the essentials, and then we will go find out, or I will show you where I plan on doing some building here in just a second, and I'll save that for later. Okay, so when I first checked out this world, there was something that really intrigued me about it, and it was some of the terrain. And then I started downloading a couple mods, and then I need to find out where I'm going actually first. So I downloaded a couple mods, and I would reload the world just to make sure it, nothing too crazy would happen. And so I do kind of know my whereabouts in some areas of this. Go ahead and do this real quick. We'll get a couple pieces of coal, hopefully, if not at least one. So I knew about like some of this like cave system throughout here. I do know there is something on this other side of this hill, I believe. Oh, right here. Here we go. I did know there's a village here, so I wanted to come over here really quickly and block some of these villagers in. I do also know there's a lot of things to explore right around us. So it's going to be a very fun series exploration-wise, which I think is my favorite part of Minecraft in terms of just the game in general. I really like to explore. So I think we're going to have a good time here. And look at that. We're not going to take it as of right now. But I am going to do this. I might actually die already. Oh no. Okay, we're good. We're good. My mouse seemed like it's just a lot slower for some reason. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this real quick. I was kind of hoping that I could stay here around nighttime and get some of these villagers locked in their house, and then I will actually go to sleep after that. Let me do this real quick, just in case. Okay, so there's more stuff down there. I don't think I see any. Guys, I'm sorry if it is so dark down here. Well, you guys can actually see. Actually, we don't want to do that anyways. I have 4 hearts. That's probably not the smartest thing to do right about now. But maybe I regen a little bit. It is getting dark, so hopefully some of these guys are going back into a house. So actually, let me go ahead and just grab some dirt real quick, just so I can block them in here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to block some of these villagers in there. We're going to go to sleep real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you where. Can you guys not get out? Okay, you're in there. You're in there as well. Okay, so I need to. There are monsters nearby. Please. Alright. So I probably haven't played Minecraft since that hardcore world, so I most likely will be very slow in terms of what I am doing. But it's just gonna make things interesting. Okay, so we do have a couple villagers locked away here. We have 2 in there, and I believe 1 in here, so that's a start. It's something. What in the world are you doing? Okay, that's a zombie villager now. Okay, I don't know. Well, that's pretty slow. I think that's the right speed. I don't know. I'm messing with my mouse settings right now, so let's go ahead and find out where we're going to be building our home. So I think I was starting to say earlier that there was. Oh, get ready for this view. If it's right here, I believe it's right here. We're going to be building down here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the render distance up really quickly so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. That looks great with shaders. I love the way that looks. So we're going to be building inside of a dome. I think we're going to be building right over in that area where there's a little bit of snow. And so when I first downloaded a couple mods, when I first checked out the seed, there was actually 2 domes. There was one right here, and there was one just over there. They're close enough to where I could dig from like over here and connect the two. But because of like some of the world generation things that I had with some of these mods, that one's no longer, I don't think. So I did also have, I think, 2 different structure mods, and I was very tempted to keep them. But the only problem was that there was a big tower that was right here that was filled with pillagers, and then there was another thing like a spawner like in the ground over right next to it, also had pillagers. So as cool as it would have been to have them kind of like over here, you could have killed them off and like repurposed them. I think it would have been too hard, too fast. Also, why I want to turn that fire tick off was also because of that right there, that little lava pool, or like little lava stream source. So this is where we're going to build. I think we're going to be building over there. We're going to do like a little cabin kind of in the woods is the idea. So let me go ahead and turn this render distance down. We might have to keep it up a little bit higher just so that way, you know, we can see a little bit more of this view, just so that way it's not chopped off right there. Actually, let me try to turn it up to 20 and see how it goes. And then we can at least kind of see the whole thing. And this is also why I wanted to take off the freeze damage, because trying to navigate all of this was going to be an absolute nightmare. So let's go ahead and get down in here. Some coal up there. Okay, and again, I don't know all the ins and outs of this seed. I just quickly went on there to make sure this is a place that I did want to try to build, and it was. So then I got off of it, and then I also wanted to make sure, and I forgot this also spawned here with that new structure mod, but I just wanted to jump on here and make sure that nothing crazy spawned in this area, and that it was actually going to be like manageable. Again, I didn't want to do like the pillager stuff too fast. I want to take my time with this and just play it and enjoy it. So let's see. You need to navigate. There's a lot of ins and outs to this area. And actually, let me come over here real quickly. And I'm going to get rid of that lava source that I was worried about earlier. It's just right over here. So we do have some animals in here. Okay. Oh. Yeah, because so this would go down here, and then the tree would catch on fire, then this tree would catch on fire, then this tree would catch on fire. You guys know, I'm sure you've had a world where you've had that before, and it is not fun to deal with. So why don't we come over here and start clearing out some trees so we can get a kind of an idea of where we want our house at. And by house, I mean I'm going to build just a little cabin. I want to do like a little cabin build. I think that would be really cool. I have played in a world way back when. Yo, you need to chill out, bro. Oh, don't do that. Don't kill all the sheep. But I have played in a world where I did do like a built in like a biome similar to this one. Can't remember exactly what you know what it was, if it was like this one or if it was without the snow or not, but I did build in one, and I built like a little cabin in the woods right by kind of a stream like this, and it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. And that world, I wish I still had it. I might still have access to it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I built so much in that, and it was just so much fun. It lasted a while. Of course, this was before I recorded anything, so if I do have access to it and can find it, I would love to get back on there and show you guys, you know, what it was all about. 'Cause it was that much fun. I had a big farm in there. I had like a villager breeder, iron farm. I had farms of every sort. And, you know, hopefully we get to that point in this series where things like that start happening. I wonder if I break this, does that happen? Does that break them? Oh, no, there's one more tree here. Alright. So after this one, this big clump should break. Okay. See, look how nice that is. I will say, probably one of my biggest pet peeves is the leaf, like getting rid of the leaves. It is so annoying how slow it is in just your vanilla Minecraft. So mods like these are very nice to have. So if there are any other mods that you guys would like me to add to this that aren't like too crazy, I would love to let me know, because I do like really small mods that just add just a little bit to the game. And I think at this point, since the world has already started, it might be a little too late to add a bunch of like bigger mods, like structure mods into it. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys. What is that? I have no idea. There is a rune portal up there. There is something up there, I know that for sure. I don't know what that is. Alright, maybe we have to go explore already. It just looks... That can't be dirt, can it? I have no idea. I guess we're gonna find out together. I still have no idea what it is. Okay. I'm kind of nervous now. Okay. Interesting. But all right. Okay then. So that's that. We'll look to do a little bit more exploring later on. See what this is actually all about. Hopefully kind of round up some animals and get them, you know, all sorted. Where am I? Where did I start clearing trees at? Right here? Alright. So, with that being said, I think we're going to go to sleep and we're going to end this episode off right here. I know we didn't do much. There's a lot of blabbing. I'm sorry about that, but we will definitely get into it next episode. I have a lot of different cool ideas of things that I want to do. If you guys have any suggestions of things you guys want me to do, of course, let me know, because Minecraft is a game where I do run out of ideas very, very quickly after, you know, I kind of get moving. So just, if there is something you guys want to see, any buildings I should make, anything, let me know. I would love to get some input. But that's going to be it for this one. Again, sorry there's just a lot of blabbing, but we will get into it, hopefully building the cabin. I keep saying house, but the cabin next episode. So we will see you guys then. Stay safe and peace out.